to SOW Ignition 107. We are live from the pit in Albuquerque, New Mexico. We are starting things off tonight with the youngsters from the dojo aiming to take down Death Row. Pierce Larson, Liam Rain have a bone to pick tonight. Any thoughts on what's been ongoing between these two and Quentin Trent of Death Row?
So, it's hard not to root for the underdogs in this one. That's not just because we don't like the Death Row / the Paradise, whatever they want to go by right now. But, you know, I do feel like, unfortunately, they are in over their heads. We're talking about former SOW Tag Team champions, two great singles wrestlers, working extremely well as a tag team. Still, to this day, can't let my name go why. But imagine what it would do for the career of the underdogs if they win.
I mean, it would be one of the greatest starting boosts you could possibly have. I mean, if you beat Death Row here tonight, I'd be going straight after those tag titles. Like, you might almost be ready.
At least they can have a fresh shot at it. I mean, why not be able to beat the current champs?
Current champs who, by the way, fresh to the belts. This is a new era, really, for SOW. The Paradise only has one title left in their grasp, and we have quite a few champions who we might not have expected the same time last year. Fate Unbound with the tag titles. We have Damian Oxley with the national title. And Ali Nagadomi, I would say, isn't something I wouldn't have expected last year, but, you know, it's nice to see the belt back around somebody who actually cares about SOW as a company. Which is also...
He now cares about SOW as a company.
I was going to say, like, that's another layer to it for it feeling nice, is that Ali Nagadomi cares about the company.
I think frequent tags here are going to be the key for Pierce and Liam to have a real shot at this match. You don't want... Oh, nice tag team move there, but you need a lot more of those because Trent Taylor can just take so much punishment, even from the most experienced and violent members of the main SOW roster. I mean, two guys coming fresh out the dojo have to pull out a lot.
Trent Taylor is famous for how much damage he can take, how much punishment he can suffer, and he likes it. He enjoys the pain. It makes him stronger. We only have a few people in SOW that are like that. Another one famous for it, Aaron Payne. Unfortunately, not with us at this moment. Still no clarity on when the clearance for him might come. Double insecurity.
Yeah, no news on Aaron whatsoever. He's not answering any of my emails, so I imagine you're getting the same radio silence I am.
I'm not even something that I know about.
Fair enough. But now that Clint's in the ring, I think this is the strategy that Pierce and Liam are going to have to use to win this match. You're not going to pin Trent Taylor. You can pin Clint Cassidy. He has a history of underestimating young up-and-coming wrestlers. That's why he wasn't the first SOW World Champion.
Yeah, underestimating Hermes Rhapsodes, a man who, up until recently, was in the same stable as Clint Cassidy. But you know, now that I think about it, that's somebody that we might have some thoughts about Hermes essentially saying "fuck you" to the Paradise. Perhaps we will hear some more about that, or maybe we would have already were Clint not distracted with the Pierce and Liam. As far as I know, Clint joined the Paradise entirely with the intention of being part of the group, using them to get ahead for sure. He has shown no signs of being unhappy with his position in the Paradise.
Him and Trent Taylor are both kind of the same way. Like, they are extremely loyal to the cause. I mean, it's brought them both championship gold. Why wouldn't it be?
Yeah, no, I mean, I can't. Though I don't like it, I can't really fault them for sticking around, given they've seen the success that they would have wanted to see. Tag to Trent Taylor now, legal man against Pierce Larson. Pierce Larson looking for a tag to Liam Wayne. His frequent tags, as we mentioned, but they've also been doing good frequent double team maneuvers. Now Trent Taylor's starting to put the brakes on those, blocking 2 in a row.
Yeah, the thing about Death Row is because they're so good, they're so experienced, they will adapt their strategy if you don't beat them fast enough. And we're already seeing that from Trent Taylor here with the tag team moves. Because that was how the story of the early goals of this match was the tag team moves that Pearson was landing.
They were coming on move after move after move. Very impressive. The combination offense that we're using to keep the head. The frequent tags still coming. That is one thing the Destined Saviors utilized to great effect throughout their 273-day title run. So it's something that maybe these youngsters are trying to pick up on. Beautiful shoulder tackle for Pierce Larson.
It was right after a third consecutive block tag team move from Trent Taylor, though. So that's definitely something to make note of here as this match goes on.
Absolutely. Pierce Larson fighting back as hard as he can, but the blows just not taking the effect he wants to take. Trent Taylor catches him and slams him down. Oh my God, the commentator! Middle of the, well, not quite middle of the ring, but pretty close. This could already be over, and it is. There's no cut play at that point in the match. And the crowd is not pleased.
So, unfortunately, that very decisive victory. The ref goes down. And Trent Taylor, we have to be security down here. Yeah.
Well, unfortunately, Pierce and Liam were unable to seal that match. As we kind of expected, Death Row just too experienced for the rookies. Trent Taylor didn't really give them much chance to compete. But right now we have to hear from Hermes once more. We've already heard from him once earlier last week, I should say. And that was, he had some words to say to the new world champion, Nagadomi Ali, as Ali is setting up a match for his title, the title defense next week. Of course, Hermes now
it's not going to be him.
Well, no, it's Hermes is the #1 contender, but choosing not to take that match. Ali has the right to defend his title if he wants to from time to time. He doesn't have to wait for the #1 contender to be ready. But of course, because Hermes is the #1 contender, any title challenge he gets dibs on.
No, it's kind of a shame that we're getting this explanation from Hermes while Aaron Payne isn't around, because I'd love to hear Aaron's thoughts on this.
I could agree with that, yeah. It sounds like Hermes has thoughts on Aaron as we're speaking of him ourselves.
Those hints of remorse, a little apologetic statement.
I mean, yeah, from what we could tell from what Hermes has said so far, he never actually bought into the Paradise stuff. He's just been using them to keep them off his back while he chased the world title. And it sounds like he was concerned when he saw this group forming that if he wasn't a part of it, they would have been in his way the entire time, the same way they were for Aaron.
And as much as it's still kind of, I'm not ready to open my heart back up to Hermes or anything, but I do have to say everything he's saying is true. I think even if he explained his plan to Aaron, Aaron would have still wanted to fight him because he wouldn't believe in siding with the enemy just to take the easy way.
No, and I mean, I personally would have to agree with Aaron on that. It might be the smart way, but like sometimes it's not about being smart; it's about doing what's right. You know.
Hermes definitely did not do that. I mean,
No.
the things he did while part of the Paradise, the matches, the shows they ruined.
Yeah, I mean, despite whether Hermes believed in it or not, whether he was using them or not, whether he was actually wanting to be a part of them or not, he did what he did. You know.
Yep.
Oh.
Oh boy.
Ominous. Well, the Women's National Challenger Series, the second edition of it, is going on right now. Our last two matches in the series tonight, of course, the Fatal 4-Way next week, which will determine who will face Sarah Harris for the Women's National Championship at Pitstop.
We've seen a lot of improvements from this woman right here. Kimiko has really improved in 2026. Unfortunately, she also has to go up against one of the overall, this brings me pain to admit, one of the most overall improved performers in all of SOW, regardless of gender and division, in Charlie.
Yeah, Charlie has lived up to that genuine argument. I mean, like, it was pretentious when she gave it to herself, but she's done quite a lot to make it feel like she actually might be.
Yeah, unfortunately, she may actually be a twin-level generational talent.
She's clearly a prodigy because remember, this was her first year in wrestling was 2024 with SOW. That was half of the
things
year.
she has accomplished are just unheard of. Truly unheard of.
She was her first national champion. Like, this title is, you could say, Charlie Sheen's title. She set the exactly. She set the stage for how the national champions should hold themselves, and the only person to outdo her was her tag partner in Memphis. Memphis having held it for 201 days and getting the full 6 title matches. Now it's currently around the race of Sarah Harris, who is 1 defense in on her 43-day reign. Sorry, it's not 44, it is 44, or 47, sorry. My roster, my title engineer took out that baby last time I was
It's a way to see someone take the approach, kind of like what Byron did. I thought Byron's defenses came really quick.
He did, yeah. Byron with the men's national heavyweight title, he got his 6 defenses in 113 days.
I'm waiting to see someone on the women's side do that.
Yeah, I mean, it took Neftis quite some time to get through her 6 defenses. She was being cautious and taking them basically once a month. She didn't.
She was working tag matches too with Charlie. That was a big distraction.
For sure. Yeah, she took her time and made sure she had time for every title defense. That's for sure. And on Byron's side, he just kind of rushed through matches until he had the defenses he needed.
Which, I mean, both ways are valid strategies, but I just think it's more exciting when someone gets the national title and it gives them that confidence of, okay, I'm going to stack 6 wins and I'm going to go take my shot at the world title.
Yeah, I mean, Tony Lee, Byron's older brother, was on the same path for 3 defenses in the 56 days he held the title. That's literally about half the time Byron had it, and it's exactly half the successful defense. If Tony had continued to hold that belt, by now I imagine he would have cashed it in.
could have a different world champion right now if he did.
I mean, yeah, Tony Lee versus he could have he wouldn't have been able to get in on the burnout match. He could have challenged Byron ahead of him, or even set himself up for being the guy to challenge Ali next. Instead, Damian Oxley currently sitting 78 days, defended the title one time.
And that's probably because he's too busy being at war with the House of Troubles.
Yeah, I would agree with that for sure. I do know that we have a guaranteed title defense for him at Pit Stop. They're just deciding on the exact opponent he's going to be facing.
Does it surprise you at all that Charlie Sheen is still going for the national championship?
A little bit. I mean, I would imagine that she might just be trying to stay out of Nephthys anyway. Because you know Nephthys, even though she failed her title challenge attempt, she's still up there in the rankings. She's going to go back after the world title. Charlie may actually just be trying to stay out of Nephthys anyway for the time being to prevent any bad blood from forming within the Bengals. Oh my God, what's that?
That's some kind of surprising behavior from Charlie because, I mean, that just almost feels out of character for her. She's almost putting her friendship before a championship. I know Bea Quinn didn't teach her that.
Probably. I would say probably not in the sense of if Bea Quinn would have taught her that. No. I think honestly, Charlie might just want to ensure the Bangers stay together until they've buried Shining for good. Because as it stands,
good luck.
Yeah, I was gonna for sure. But as it stands, the Bangers and Shining are like on very even grounds. Not necessarily in the member-to-member comparison. The Bangers have nobody who stands up to either, but it's like their records, their histories, and the successes they've had as groups is largely equal. If Nephthys were to come into issues with Charlie and leave the Bangers would be having significant disadvantage.
Yeah, I mean, and we're still getting, I can speak for you, but for me personally, I'm still getting very used to Bea Quinn being in the Shine scheme. That is so mind-blowing. Doesn't feel real. I know they've already had a shot at the tag titles. They felt just...
Oh my God! The deep root death driver stolen by Charlie Sheen using Kimiko's own move against her, and it fired Kimiko up. She's pissed.
Yeah. She did not like that whatsoever. When we were talking about things Bea Quinn didn't teach her, but that was straight out of the Bea Quinn playbook.
Absolutely. It is insane how much, though, it has made Kimiko pissed off. Like, Charlie trying to slow her down now, but Kimiko fired off at her.
Looks like Charlie may have pulled off some of that momentum back in her direction.
She's got it. She's lining her up now. Oh! I think Kimiko tried to avoid the video kill there, and Charlie snapped her over, and now she lands the video kill. She's trying to put this one away, and she's successful.
Oh.
That's 2 times how the crowd is not.
And now, here we go again with this. Charlie doesn't have much to prove. He won the match decisively. Anderson secured down here a second time tonight.
Well, it is time once again to hear from the world champion, the Red Dragon, Nagadomi Ali, in what looks to be a fresh new suit. I don't think I've ever seen him in a red suit yet.
He looks rather dapper, I must say.
It's a good combination he's got going. And it's a good title around his waist. The SOW World Heavyweight Championship.
And you have to imagine.
I forgot to cut this part out, apparently. We'll just wait for the Invisible Man to get his way through.
The goat is back, baby.
In a while. See how long I forgot for.
This is the blooper section.
If this is on YouTube, hi guys.
Weighing in at 0 pounds, 0 ounces. Well, you have to imagine that Nagadomi is here to talk about his upcoming title defense, and maybe we'll see if it looks like he's going to immediately address Hermes and his delaying his championship shot.
Well, you know what? This is very valid. I also wouldn't be overly concerned with the Paradise as their inner turmoil, at least. When you already have a title defense lined up and you need, like he's saying now, an opponent for it. We need to focus on said opponent.
Oh, he's going to just outright have a #1 contenders match here.
Well, yeah, I mean, I guess technically speaking, he needs a contender.
Oh, he's stirring up shit here. Look at this. The 2 names he just said.
Well, he did say they would be on either side of an ongoing feud. I guess he's giving them a chance to hash out more of that feud here tonight. And you know, I know Caster hates when people poke and prod at him, but he might not be so mad when the world title chance is on the line. Oh!
Well, okay then. Well, I guess after that, coming out right away.
No hesitation from the Emperor on that. He heard his name and he got in position ASAP.
Now, what makes you think he's still not going to later? Or God forbid if he loses, don't put him double chance. There'll be a bad time to get anywhere near the Empire Rocket.
I mean, if he wins, honestly, I don't know how bad it'll be. He might, getting a free world title shot next week, that's something that you don't get on your plate on. Of course,
if he wins, they'll be popping champagne. But if he loses, it's going to be tough to solve people. Now he doesn't get one more title shot, and he's going to lose.
This is, I will say, this is probably, if Caster loses here, he might even be able to say the war's over, because that would be, I think, 3 losses in a row.
That'll be just be a more from the Empire, because Caster's patience will be completely evaporated.
I would definitely agree with that sentiment.
Well, if there's any group that can handle a more sinister twist into a war, it's gonna be the House of Troubles. They're not exactly, skipping through sunflower fields.
No, not at all. Especially not the troubled child T.C. Woods. I mean, we haven't seen too much of his dark side in SOW, but you can trust me when I say it is dead. If he needs to get dirty, if he feels like the war is in a state where he needs to be mean, he will. Right now, though, he's trying to out-wrestle Castellington, and that's a dangerous thing to try.
Not the route I would ever go.
The Emperor rules this mat with an iron fist when he has the opportunity to do so. But if you just open it up to let him wrestle you, he's gonna wrestle you right now. If I was Woods, I would focus on the brawler style that he usually follows.
Yeah, but he's still trying to go for rest holds and more technical wrestling. I just don't think that's the right call whatsoever. We'll see if he can win this test of strength.
Well, he puts Caster on his back. Caster with the reversal. Again, that wrestling acumen that Caster has. He is just the better technician. Woods now going for strength plays to break free of Caster's grip. But Caster just catching him immediately after. And again,
it's gonna make you regret your decisions. That's kind of Caster's whole MO.
He's keeping it to mat wrestling right now. Stomp over the back.
dangerous part about Caster is that he can wear you down with that technical wrestling and those submission holds, and then bust out extremely powerful power moves.
Yeah, the power bombs that he just tosses out one after another when he's ready to kill you. First off, the movement there from Caster is insane, but it's a very dangerous one. And like we're saying, he just wears you down throughout the whole of the match. And you might think you're going to get ready for the power bomb, but he can also just hit the hydrangea. Like,
yep, and then all of a sudden you're having to tap out because your body's being twisted around in 3 different directions. Literally,
like this is one of the most dangerous men in SOW in terms of just pure wrestling ability. There's only a few people in this entire company who have ever actively out-wrestled Caster. And one of them, I mean, we haven't seen since the Grand Prix.
Yep. Our Dragon Slayer.
And I'm sure Ali would have called out by now if he was around.
But I imagine, I mean, again, we don't have any updates on Aaron, and we don't have anything more than speculation on Ryan either. But from what I've heard from sources backstage is that it is not injury related for Ryan Richardson.
We'll just have to eventually find out whenever he returns what was keeping him away.
It's very rare that competitors like him stay gone for too long. But I mean, this is a perfect opportunity for guys like Caster and ZC Woods, guys who, you know, they're not like lost in the shuffle, but they get into these long drawn out battles and they don't get as many world title opportunities as they think they should.
I would agree, yeah. I mean, Caster, his entire career in SOW has been riddled with fighting people in long drawn out battles or going for excellence in the title reign rather than trying to get the world title. I mean, even the WWSL World Championship he walked out here with, if this was Caster in 2024, he'd be focusing on defending that as much as possible, giving it the best reign, the best record as you can. But I think he's recognized at the very least that continuing to focus like that on what he has rather than what he wants will just slow down the process of getting that SOW World Heavyweight Championship.
100% agree on that. He's still just really, he's working the neck a lot in this match on ZC.
Oh, sharpshooter!
Oh, but so hard to make Caster tap. I don't think ZC Woods has done nearly enough damage to get him there, and he doesn't. Caster breaks free.
Slow Caster down, and Lewis hits the power slam. Caster kicking out frame 1.
The ref didn't even have time to process the fact that he needed to get in position.
Literally, the ref had no time to react on that kick out. Heavy headbutt from ZC.
And that will sit Caster down for a second.
Well, no matter how strong Caster is, with the headbutt from a Samoan man like ZC Woods, that's just going to knock you loose.
And now ZC finally giving up on this technical stuff and doing what he said, we said he should, and focusing on pure power, as that's only third headbutt in about 30 seconds.
What it looks like he's doing right now is aiming to tear apart the legs to make it easier for him to get Caster off his feet. Because if he can do that, that's how he hits his rock bottom. That's how he hits end of troubles. Those moves that get him the win.
You know, I guess trying to put your opponent to a concussive-like state with those headbutts won't hurt either, but now talk about him doing what I thought he should. He's going back to submissions because the announcement thinks it's very real.
I think at this point he might be trying to wear Caster down because Caster's just too low.
That's just so hard to do. Wow! Speaking of hard things to do, a deadlift German on the Caster who immediately counted as DC was trying to chain something together there. But you know, Caster showing, yeah, those headbutts, they were easy for a minute, but not long enough for you to get away with that.
That was incredible control of strength from Woods, who's now going to hit him with the elbow across the forehead. The Caster back to his feet, and he says, He's gonna try to powerbomb Woods on the outside, but Woods slips away back into the ring, and it's like, oh, hell no.
Give Casper a chance to recover up to the 8 count.
But Woods says, back to the outside we go. I just needed to count reset and get away from that powerbomb attempt. As he's now trying to choke Casper out on the outside. Guillotine choke into these repeated punches. This is what he did to Casper at the pay-per-view, which kept him out of being able to break up the submission attempt on Damian Oxley.
Both men into the ring again, and Casper seamlessly to that single leg grab.
Give up. Give up.
Smooth, very smooth transition for Casper.
Impressive as he seems able to call the ropes.
Yeah, I can't say that was bad at all. He managed to make it, get the count broken, but damage has been done. Power bomb lands, and Casper picks him up. Power bomb lands, rolls through.
Oh my
going
God.
For 3, folds him up. 1, 2, 3. Casper is gonna get a world title shot.
And this war is definitely not over. What a statement from the Emperor, showing these guys how it's done tonight.
Well, we know our main event next week, without a doubt, the World Heavyweight Championship. Casper versus Ali Nagadomi.
It's a pay-per-view match on free TV. Y'all better tune in next week. You're not going to want to miss that.
I would have to agree, and right now on the flip side, we've got top shelf shit, Cameron Stone looking for the chance to get a second title around Hermes.
The 2 belt shit Cameron Stone should be able to pull off this win and a win next week. Well, I guess 3 wins away technically.
He'll have to win this, win next week, and then of course win the actual title.
Yeah.
Of course, her opponent, a member of the Shogunate, she is the Onimusha Keiko. She is also going to be trying to win this title because every single woman on the roster wants to get either the world title or the national title. I mean, if you don't have a belt around your waist, you're gonna be wanting to hunt for both, right? Like it's just whether it's singles, whether it's tag. If you get the opportunity, you've got to put everything on the line. Of course,
this is going to be completely fair here for Keiko. I mean, she has not had a good year, and it's going to be matches like this and mini tournaments like this. Those are going to be her only true way to a championship at this point, outside of the tag division, because she is sporting a rough 2-8 record, and it is already August.
Yeah, the women's Grand Prix did not do well for her. She was not. She's focused very heavily on, honestly, on the tag action since then.
Which is smart. For her, it's smart. I mean, once you have a record like that, kind of like, You know, at the same time, we knew the women's tag belts were coming, so why not shift your focus, right? But
yeah. One thing to note, Cameron Stone's partner has already been in competition in the second series against Eve Moreau and was unable to actually make it to the final match. So, Kat Roberts, one half of the tag champions, already defeated in the qualifier. Cameron Stone, if she suffers that same problem, that's a morale drop for the tag champion as a whole. I mean, obviously, you're wrestling as a team versus wrestling in singles. You're not going to be the same beasts, but it still hurts.
Yeah. I mean, and for the classics, I mean, we didn't really see any success for them until they formed the tag team. They weren't exactly having bang up standard crazy years either. I mean, they're also near the bottom of the rankings, but they've also pretty much until recently completely stopped singles matches this year because they formed their team heading into near the end of last season.
Yeah, they focus very heavily on the tag, and it's shown through with how good they are as a team. Right? The classics, no joke, have essentially, I mean, we can say right now the best tag team in SOW. Like, it's just it's undeniable how good they are as a team. Other teams are going to have to step up in order to be able to deal with how good those two are. And largely, you can almost say that it's been, or I should say you could, but most people, from what I've seen, have said that it's been largely Kat Roberts and her ability that has made the team as successful as it is. I mean, people point to the fact that it was Kat Roberts who took Aiko out on the outside and solidified themselves as being finalists in the World Tag 500. So for Cameron Stone, if she wins in this National Series match where Kat Roberts couldn't, it serves as a way to silence those doubts of, is it really a good team, or is it Kat Roberts is a good tag wrestler?
See how that goes. I mean, you know, Keiko kind of on a similar trajectory when you think about it. The Shogunate have a much better tag record than Keiko does as a singles competitor.
Yeah, and Ayama is, of course, a well-renowned, incredibly skilled wrestler who we have seen multiple times come very close to defeating the likes of Mia Quinn and Aiko. She's never successfully claimed the victory, but she's not been far off. So even with the Shogunate, I mean, the same whispers are there that it's Ayama that carries the team. Oh, but the sharpshooter being locked in. Cameron Stone trying to put the match to a close early on, but Keiko will not tap out. Not at this stage. Of course, Keiko targeting those arms. Maybe looking to set up that bridging hammerlock that she pulled from High Noon during her time in the Undead Dolls. Pick up the ankle from Cameron Stone.
Keiko kicks out of it though.
Oh, that stomp!
Oh my God, that could be it. Good night, Keiko.
But Keiko kicks out. And the crowd appropriately responding with shock and awe that Keiko managed to kick out of the stomp there. Oh, 10 minutes in, Keiko firing back the backbreaker. Oh, Cameron sending the apron, but Keiko responds and catches her back in the ring with another backbreaker. And then a sidewalk slam from Cameron Stone trying to even the odds here as she comes off the ropes with a kick to the chest.
Thought she was going to go for another stop there.
I did too for a moment. Another big drop kick. But Keiko
right back up.
Started heavy temple strike with that knee. looking to follow up. She sends Kimiko to the corner. Kimiko fighting out.
Neither woman able to maintain momentum. This could be a huge strike exchange here.
Gunman gearing, but Cameron back to her feet on a drop kick, sending Kimiko's head right into the turnbuckle.
Be lots of concussion checks for medical tonight. Jeez.
Kimiko sends Cameron to the corner. Oh my God, what a Rana! Into a thrust kick. Going back after that arms, think she was running that bridging hammerlock, but Cameron back to her feet, sharpshooter! And Keiko! Did Keiko tap out?
The ref is saying she did. I thought, you know what, I'm not going to argue a message about this again, but I don't know about that one.
It is main event time here on SOW Ignition. And it is the SOW Television Championship on the line. The challenger will be Big Papa himself of Disruption. It is Nathan Fisk.
Will tonight be the night he finally claims some gold in SOW?
We will have to see. One thing we can say for sure, Steve Levy looking on intently from the back, hoping his boy wins the title because he knows that if Nathan does, he's got that first dibs. Of course, Steve Levy under a bit of a upset last Saturday, lost in singles action against Dakari Ogi. I don't know how that will have affected his mood, but we might be hearing from him soon when it comes to this title because we know Steve Levy wants it, regardless of the result of this match.
Yeah, things have been weird for Disruption these last couple of months. It seemed like they were actually just as primed to take over SOW in a similar way that Paradise did. They lost those matches for the tag titles against the Sabres, and things haven't quite been the same since that group.
It's not looking great overall. And right now, they've got a pretty decent challenge here. And oh my God, the instantaneous chokehold from Nathan Fisk. I was going to say they've got a tough opponent here in Johnny King, the bounty hunter. This is a man who has done very good work his entire time in SOW. He's challenged for the national title. He's challenged for the world title. He successfully won our television title from Trent Taylor. He's been, honestly, even though he doesn't work here, SOW fans have come to love Johnny King for the most part. There have been, however, some questions about his frequency or lack thereof of television title defenses. This match seemingly making up, or starting to be the makeup for those complaints for those fans.
Yeah, had this been the Ignition Championship, you would have been stripped of that title already.
Oh, yes. Tossed out of the ring by Nathan Fisk, who taunts right after, but Donnie gets back, and he is not going to let this, well, I thought he was not going to let that go, then he got caught, tossed again. I didn't even finish the sentence before the chance hit. There we go, fighting back, elbow to the chin, Johnny King looking to move the momentum needle into the champion's corner here. Keep in mind, the television title matches are 20-minute time limits.
I'll also say, even though the fans are warming up to this man who doesn't work here, I have to stick to my guns. Until he puts ink on an SOW contract, I don't want him holding on to it.
I mean, I understand. Johnny King is a man who is working hard, looking for that wicked ways here. But it was Caster Leakton who took away the title he had been holding previously. WWSL War Championship sitting around the waist of the Emperor. We saw that earlier tonight. He carried it out as he went on to win that #1 contendership match. Johnny King, in response, took the SOW Television Championship. He's done at least a relatively decent job of defending it when he has defended it. You can't really fault his title defenses themselves. He doesn't do dirty tactics. Fights fair, square in the middle of the SOW ring. He also,
so the John King of old would have definitely cheated a little more, though.
Maybe sometime back in the day for sure. There would have been a little bit of weapons coming out. I was also going to say he hasn't gone to any kind of blades of defending the title outside of SOW either. He's kept it in the company. Only against SOW wrestling. Granted, that's 2 defenses, but On the flip side, Nathan Fisk, of course, an SOW wrestler, a man who signed with this company a little over a year ago now. He's been fighting as part of Disruption for a while. His first match was against Nagadomi Ali during Ali's previous world title reign. That was his introduction to SOW fans. He did a good job in that match too, so it would not be a shocker if Big Papa managed to come out on top here against Johnny King. Especially since Johnny is not able to mount any kind of momentumous offense here. He's getting thrown around by Nathan every time he tries.
And Nathan really showing off a lot of that. Just outright power.
And the big knees in the corner. And a heavy elbow in the back. Johnny's trying to fight Nathan away. Consistently tries to fight him back, but he just can't keep him off. Now it looks like he's aiming at the legs now. Maybe thinking it's the weak spot. I mean, it is very famously for most big men their weak point. Perhaps Johnny's thinking a change in strategy is absolutely necessary.
Look at 2 count.
Also, I've said it before, like a while ago in the past, but at this point, like whoever Nathan buys those pants from, I don't know how you get them both that shiny and able to wrestle. Like, I thought they were leather, but you can't move like this.
No, it's gotta be some kind of like just a leather appearance, like paint or something, or something. I definitely don't know how it works either. They look so much like leather, but he moves way too much. They'd be torn to shreds.
Absolutely. Powerbomb! Holy shit, a pop-up powerbomb! Follows it with another, goes for the cover. Could he be winning the television title just like that? No!
Almost, and Johnny King starting to get a little frustrated, I think, with his own performance here. Maybe he's wishing he gave a title shot to Steve.
Maybe. Because right now he's got no real major offense, and he just took a bunch of powerbombs, flips off the challenger, and hits him with a drop kick to the chest that keeps Nathan down long enough that Johnny gets a bit of recovery. Johnny firing off of these punches. Nathan, however, quick counter, catches him, choke slam!
Oh my God, he's
not done! Choke slam again! Cover, 1, 2, no!
Whoa! How in the world did Johnny King kick out?
That is just pure desperation to maintain that title around his waist. He is in trouble and he knows it. He has bitten off almost more than he can chew here in this match as Nathan blocks the attempt from Johnny to get to the top turnbuckle. Johnny, honestly, you see there damaged enough. He mistimed that back elbow.
He is tired. He is in a lot of pain. He is fighting off adrenaline and instinct. Not because he is feeling decent in any way, shape, or form. The things men will do to retain their championships.
Momentumous German suplex, but he has no capitalization. Couldn't even put full power behind it. He did everything he could to just get Nathan over, but now the choking punch to the gut that Nathan did to him earlier in the match, when the match started.
Hit someone in the kidneys hard enough, you can take all that momentum away.
And here comes those German suplexes. Johnny King trying to fire off. Oh my God, kicks his head right into the turnbuckle.
That'll be the third concussion check for the night.
Nathan Fist. Power slam, goes for the cover, has the shoulder away from the ropes. Johnny King drops the knee and the ankle straight down to the mat, DDT style. He's going for a cover of his own, but he's not going to get much there. He has not done enough mental damage or damage to the skull to keep Nathan Fist down for a 3 count. Like, realistically speaking, most of the damage Johnny has done, other than the punches, has been to Nathan's legs. And Nathan, he wants to put it away! Jackknife! Cover! 1, 2!
Wait a minute.
Did the ref stall?
Are we gonna have a referee controversy on our hands here?
I think the ref absolutely stalled that last count. The heel hooks in. And I'm sorry.
Something smells fishy to end Ignition.
We're going to have to look that back on the replay. Well, for now, me and my partner are going to have some things to talk about with what just happened. But for you guys at home, thank you for tuning in. As always, I'm your lead analyst, Devil D, here with my commentating partner,
Empty Punk.
and we're signing off.